record. You decided your topic, research topic, and decided research question, and then you decided where you can get data, and so on. So now, for your research, example, my research, previous research, title and question, effectiveness of face mask to mitigate spread and then infection. So my like hypothesis, my statement is face mask is effective. So it's my my hypothesis. To prove my hypothesis, I need data, and then what they think about it. So if somebody said face mask is effective, then their opinion support me, my hypothesis. So finding someone's idea already published, that is a literature review. So literature review, a step-by-step process that involves the identification of published, and even it is not unpublished work from a secondary data source on the topic of interest, the evaluation of this work in relation to a problem and the documentation of this work. So finding support opinion, support idea to your idea, your topic, your question. So that is the literature review. How to approach the literature review? So identify based on your idea, what you want to say. So related your topic, your question, or your expected conclusion. Find those ideas from a textbook, from a journal, from other like a conference proceedings, published manuscript, certain company, like even it is not published, like a CDC report. Inside the report, you can use CDC, you can use state government data, state government opinion, and so on. And then newspaper, and then the internet. So wherever, if you find their idea to support your idea, that is a literature review. The example, this is about the organizational effective in various ways. So OE, organizational effectiveness, has been described in terms of objectives. They said, like this. So to tell your story, and then to support your idea using others. So example like this, and then this is my example. I developed a journal paper regarding RFID. So at that time, my research topic, research question was if RFID, if a company install RFID technology, then if certain labor cost or something better. So to support my idea, I brought their what they say. One of RFID's most important advantages of the use of barcodes is its use of electronic signals that are generated and without removing the item being scanned. They said Davis and what is that? Lufing in 2004. So if you mention their idea in your paper, then you should indicate where it comes from. We call this reference. So match Davis and Lufing. So indicate where that idea from. So authors, and then title of the journal paper, and then where that come from, journal title, then when, and then this one is like an what page, and then what is volume. This is, I think, a volume, edition, number, and then what page from, like this. The other idea I brought, this, and then from this journal paper. If you brought the other's idea from a textbook or something book, then indicate like this. So one of the research paper requirement is literature review. If you say something, that is your idea only. But if somebody said, and then support your idea, then it is like a more strong idea, stronger idea. So for research paper, one of the requirement part is literature review. Ethical issue, plagiarism, and then intentionally omit their like the name. You use others' idea to support your idea, but you omit where it comes from, or without reference, just use their idea. That is plagiarism. So careful about this. So if you use others, then indicate like this. Let me bring up my previous research. Okay. Where's my previous? Not here. But yeah, I will show that my previous one somewhere. I cannot find it at this time. Okay, I will show that later. So anyway, literature review is one of the required parts for research paper. Okay, next one is the theoretical framework. This one is like a blueprint of how to analyze your data to support or to prove your idea, your topic, or your hypothesis. Theoretical framework represents your beliefs, your idea on how certain phenomena are related to each other, and an explanation of why you believe that these variables are associated with each other. So it's like showing blueprint type logically, which one related, which one each other, and then integrating your logical belief with published research, taking into consideration the boundaries and constraint governing the situation. So framework is a blueprint or the kind of structure of your research. Variables, if you took statistics, then you are familiar with the variables like X variable, Y variable, independent variable, dependent variable, and so on. So it's like showing determine variables and then make it a kind of relationship and conceptual model of your research, showing conceptually your research and clear explanation of relationship. Variables, anything that can take on differing or varying varied values, such as using income, then we can divide like a high income, middle, and low, and then gender and height, weight, and so on. So showing, explain characteristic of a certain group, that is variables. There are two types of variables, dependent variable, independent variable. Using dependent variable, find the independent variable. And then middle of dependent and between dependent and independent variable, it's not necessary, but sometimes there is moderating variables. Connect between dependent and independent variables. That is a moderating variable. Here, something problems, communication among cockpit members, and communication between ground control and cockpit, and then decentralizations. Because of those air safety problem or air safety violations. So because of these things, they affect this one. So independent variables and then dependent variable. Okay, how can improve? Maybe using training, then air safety violation decrease or air safety improve. So they are independent variable and dependent variable and moderating variable. For my research example, problem is like in the coronavirus. Change color. COVID-19 infection increase and spread a lot like this. So to mitigate this infection rate and then spread using mask and then other like contact and then maybe gathering problems and then not sanitize, such. They affect COVID-19 infection rate and then spread rate like this. But using mask, then the infection rate decrease and so on like this. So actually the virus and so on, and then people gathering and such contact more many things affect COVID-19, right? So they are independent variables and then dependent variable, and then maybe wearing mask is moderating a variable like this. So using like a graphical, first define what can be a independent variable of your research, and then what can be a dependent variable of your research, and then what is kind of what is the solution that can be moderating a variable. Maybe sometimes there is no moderating a variable. Just independent variables affect something like this. So sometimes there is no moderating variables. like this. Independent supply chain improvement. So cost reduction, process time reduction, and so on. They can be a factor of supply chain improvement. So in this case, there is no moderating variable, just independent variables and dependent variable. Yeah, RFID can be a moderating variable for this one. So connect, then between independent variable and dependent variable, certain technology can be moderate variable. It was my previous research framework. What can be case of no moderating variable? Not necessary, but certain research framework just to connect between independent and dependent variables. Okay, any question?
Hello, Dr. King.
Hi.
On the literature review, sometimes the literature review is actually against whatever your argument is. But most times it's for it, but it doesn't mean if you find literatures that doesn't support what you're saying.
Yeah.
That doesn't support
my
your
case,
that you can include it.
My COVID-19 research case, I started from like there is controversy about the face mask. So some people said it is effective, and some people no.
That's right.
First time, like President Trump, he said no problem, and then he didn't wear mask, and then CDC said wearing mask can make shortage of supply to the front line. So don't wear mask, just wash your hand and sanitize, and then social distancing, that is enough like that. But later they change it. So there can be a controversy. Some people support, some people not support. But that is good example. So even there is something con and pro and con. If you follow this way, just indicate if there is something controversy, but we believe this like this.
All right. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, that's all for tonight's lecture, short, but I will give you group assignment, team assignment. So first, find at least 10 literature review, references. So at least 10 previous research, journal paper from a journal paper or from textbook, from wherever, to support your idea. Team 1, your research question is about unemployment rate, right?
Yes, in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So maybe there are not so many news or articles about that. So find at least 10 published or not published. It doesn't matter. If you can indicate where it's from, who is the author, and then where from, and then when, that is okay. So find at least 10 references per group. So make like a list, PowerPoint slide or Word document. Like last time, I asked you a team by team presentation. And also one more thing, develop your framework. What can be independent variables? What can be dependent variable? Maybe one or more dependent variables. If you try to prove one thing, then one dependent variable, maybe multiple. But usually, it's also not necessary, but the independent variables, maybe one, maybe multiple. And then if there is connected between independent and dependent variables, if there is something between, that is moderating variable. But it's not necessary. Okay, so for my example, effectiveness of the face mask. Maybe the face mask is the moderate variable between the spreading rate and infection rate. But maybe not. So it's not necessary to indicate the moderate variable. So, but at least determine what is and what are dependent variable and what independent variables. So two things, find at least 10 references, literature review, and develop your research framework. So draw kind of chart. So maybe 2 pages. If you find more, then maybe more than 2 pages, but 1 page references, and then the other page, the framework chart. So next Monday, it will be online. Today in class plus online, but nobody here, so it's online anyway. So next Monday, I will ask you team by team, okay, what you find. And next Monday, we will cover quantitative part. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Any other question or concern and suggestion? Okay, that's all. And see you next Monday.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Kim.
Bye,
By
Dr.
the way,
Kim.
if you can do, work with the team members, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Kim.
Thank you.
Dr. Kim,
Yes.
for the assignment that was due yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
I was researching Megastat,
Mm-hmm.
and because I have like a MacBook,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to do the data analysis.
Megastat doesn't work with Mac, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
And then, you know, I have Mac, Megastat for Mac, but I don't know if it works because I don't have a Mac.
okay.
But anyway, I will send you. I will email you.
You don't have to do anything different. Like I can just
Mhm.
I can try and do it on my work computer at my job because that
Uh-huh.
is like a HP.
Uh-huh.
And I'll try to resubmit it. Like I submitted
Uh-huh.
a submission already, but I'll just try to do it tomorrow after
Oh,
work.
yeah, no
And I'll
problem.
send it to you.
Uh-huh. You can do it. And about that, the our studio class,
Mm-hmm.
I will send an email tonight about that, and then we will meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Using R, we can do the same job as Megastat and then Excel.
Uh-huh.
So later you will find how to use that R Studio to draw something like that.
Something similar. Okay.
Uh-huh. So
Okay.
if you, yeah, definitely you will know many things about data analysis using, this time using Excel, but later you can use R to analyze data like that. Okay, anyway, I will email you tonight, and then see you tomorrow night.
At 8 p.m.?
8 p.m., yeah.
Okay.
Okay, any others question or something? They just of the mic and then of the camera and then went somewhere.
You're Dr.
Okay.
Kim.
Okay, see you.
Have a good night.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.